Welcome to Dating in the Modern Age, a new series starring Alex Stewart and Nicci Nunez. In this new dating show, these single best friends virtually interview potential suitors for each other for a chance at a one-on-one date. This week, it's Alex's turn.
I'm Alex. I'm 35. I live in Chicago. I am a project manager, influencer, and podcaster. I would say I date on and off, I have my whole life. Got out of a serious relationship about a year and a half ago, and just looking for, the pandemic kind of put a little pin in that, but trying to find someone that I can share my life with.
How did you come up with your podcast, Swipe Fat?
I think that Nicci and I saw a gap in the world, really, where no one was talking about what it was like to be a plus-size woman and be dating. Because, dating sucks for everyone, right? But there are things that suck more when you are plus-size. So being able to start that community and be able to, talk with these women who are going through the same things has been really rewarding, and I'm really glad we did start it.
Hell yeah, girl. Now, what are you looking for in a man?
Super cheesy, but I'm literally looking for my best friend. So I just want to find someone that I can have a good time with. We have a good amount of things in common. Someone that wants to just cook and drink wine and hang out and binge watch a show. Someone really kind, someone funny, and I really love intelligent, sarcastic humor. So someone that can kind of go toe to toe with me on that. And I'm pretty outgoing. So I just need someone who wants to do fun things with me, actually leave the house when you're allowed to. And just be my partner in crime.
So Nicci, what qualities do you want in a man for Alex?
A guy for Alex, he needs to be super confident. He needs to be ambitious, maybe not necessarily in his career, but in something in life that's attractive. He has to be okay with our podcast and her social media influencing life, has to be confident in himself and what she's doing. He has to love wine, a little bit of a foodie, trying new restaurants, going to concerts. If he loves country, that's a good thing. And he's got to be a man's man. She loves a thick boy, a thick country boy. Not necessarily, he doesn't have to be a country boy because we live in the city, but somebody who can get down and dirty.
Time to meet the dudes that Nicci will be interviewing for Alex. Let's hope she finds her best friend with benefits and hope these guys don't get stuck in the best friend zone.
My name is Derek Delva. I am from Hollywood, Florida. I am a heavy machine operator. I've been working there for a good 7 years. So I work basically big machines.
My name's Nick. I was born outside of Denver, but I live in Chicago, Illinois. I work as a client's relationship manager, and I also have started performing magic.
I'm Tim James. I'm an archaeologist and a paleontologist. I'm 23 years old, and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I live in Los Angeles now.
I hope these bachelors can stay cool while Nicci brings the heat.
Are you more of a city person or a country person?
I'm actually 50-50. I've lived in a town of 900 people in the middle of the Black Hills, and I've lived in a city of 16 million people, and I enjoy it equally. I feel like there's positives and negatives to both sides.
Seems like Tim's into a little bit of everything.
I'm definitely more of a city person. I don't have a car, so I don't know if a country would work for me, although I do have a bicycle. I've lived in Chicago.
Who needs a car when you have magic?
It's really a place for me.
City, inner city, outer city type of person, but I do love and adore the country.
And Alex adores a man who can go with the flow.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Beer.
A good and nice Guinness. I'm Irish, what can I say?
Big party or small gathering?
It depends, but I like the big parties.
Small gathering, especially now.
Ross Geller vibes.
I love a big party.
Small gathering, I would think I would prefer, because that way, wherever the alcohol is, there's never a long line. That's the main reason. Also, a small gathering, you could literally know everyone in the party and really have the experience of having a genuine connection with everyone and having an actual conversation.
Would you rather marry a virgin or someone who has had multiple sex partners?
It shouldn't matter, but I think I would prefer multiple sexual partners.
Somebody who's had multiple sexual partners. I would never marry somebody that hasn't explored that side of themselves, because I feel like that is just asking for a midlife crisis. But maybe that's just me.
This archaeologist wants to explore your history.
Well, if I were to marry a virgin, the implication is that I wouldn't have sex with that person before we were married, and I wouldn't marry someone without having sex with them. So multiple partners for sure. Like, not to get too into it, but I've had a number of sexual partners. I find the experience is a beneficial one. I don't want to teach someone sex.
That's usually the woman's job.
Would prefer. Preference. Virgin would be nice. Virgin, I'll go with virgin.
I guess Derek's not afraid to do a lot of the heavy lifting in the bedroom. Stick around, Dating in the Modern Age will be right back. Welcome back to Dating in the Modern Age. Let's check in with Nicci.
A guy for Alex. He needs to be super confident. He needs to be ambitious, maybe not necessarily in his career, but in something in life that's attractive. He has to love wine, a little bit of a foodie, trying new restaurants, going to concerts. If he loves country, that's a good thing. And he's gotta be like a man's man.
Let's see what bachelors we're working with so far.
My name is Derek Delva. I am from Hollywood, Florida.
My name's Nick. I was born outside of Denver, but I live in Chicago, Illinois.
I'm Tim James. I'm 23 years old. I live in Los Angeles now.
DIY or call an expert?
Call an expert.
DIY for certain. As I mentioned, I started performing magic over the pandemic. All the tricks I perform are ones I've taught, that I've used a YouTube tutorial to teach myself, or like there's actual sleights involved and not like some kind of pre-made gimmick.
I don't know if I trust a man who always has a trick up his sleeve.
Do you snore?
Slightly, a little bit.
I used to snore, but a partner of mine has discovered the way to get me to stop snoring. It's like two pillows and me sleeping on my side with my hands like down at my legs and not at my face. That is a cure to my snoring. I could care either way, but I'm very excited to tell other people that I've discovered this. So I do not snore.
Exploring or being lazy on the beach?
Exploring. We're definitely tearing it up, tearing the whole place up, checking out everything.
Dog or cat?
Both, but prefer cats.
Dog, for sure. I like dogs. I have a friend who has a dog. This dog's name is Barney. He's my dog best friend. He likes walks. I like walks. For Christmas, I received a pair of socks with his face printed on them. Dogs are the best, especially Barney. Barney, if you're watching, hey bud, how are you?
Did anyone else just get jealous of how much attention he gave the dog?
Favorite dessert?
Cheesecake.
Biscochitos in New Mexico.
What?
Biscochitos? They're like, they're little sugar cookies made with lard. They're really common in New Mexico. They're delicious.
Cheesecake. I love cheesecake. It's the best.
What's your favorite food?
Chicharrones burrito.
Pasta. I'm a pasta guy. And salmon. I love salmon.
I really like pizza. Pizza is like great, which was my favorite food when I was 5, and it's still my favorite. It's the best.
Would you rather date a porn star or be a porn star?
That's a good one. I'd rather be one rather than date one, probably, yeah.
I'd rather be a porn star.
From what I understand, the pay for male porn stars is modest at best. So I don't know if I would want to do it for the monetary draw. I don't believe there is one. For that reason, I would rather date a porn star, just because being a porn star doesn't seem appealing to me.
Football or basketball?
Football. Touchdown.
His words said football, but his hands said basketball.
Football. I played football.
I'm not embarrassed to admit this, but I don't understand 100% how football works. So for that reason, it's basketball.
Hamburger or taco?
I'll take a burger. I like burgers.
Burger.
Hamburger for sure.
Hamburger.
Have you ever been told you look like someone famous?
Yeah, Jack Nicholson. I heard that one a few times.
If you win, Tim, you better not take her to a ski resort.
Yes, I have. When I was starting to grow my hair out, a lot of people told me I looked like Childish Gambino, also known as Donald Glover.
Oh, I get Tupac Shakur a lot.
Someone told me I look like A.D. Bryant before.
If you were given $1,000 tomorrow, how would you spend it?
I probably wouldn't spend it. I would probably save it. There's nothing I absolutely need that I don't have that could be bought for $1,000. So I would put it in the bank and save it for some time when I really do need it.
I would want to save it, but if I had to spend it, I would probably go take my mom and my sisters out on like some sort of spree, and get their nails done and get pedicures and manicures, do whatever they want to do until the whole $1,000 is gone.
What's most important to you in a partner, being intelligent or funny?
Intelligent humor?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Intelligence is more important to me in a partner because I think that intelligence is something that someone has or doesn't. I don't think it can be taught.
Would you rather kiss your ex or your mortal enemy?
I'll just kiss my ex.
Well, I'll just light myself on fire.
I would rather kiss an ex. Like, I don't want to kiss my enemy. And I'm not enemies with any of my exes that I know of. So I think it would be a more tolerable experience.
Wrong!
Phone call or text?
Text.
I like texting for the simple reason that I can find a way to get my words together. I can link to an article. I can say, this thing I was thinking of.
I like phone calls.
I like both, but probably texting over calls.
What are the most important things you're looking for in a person?
Honesty. Somebody that can, help me learn things about myself. A kind person, and somebody who's driven, somebody who has a good head on their shoulders and know exactly what they want in life, and somebody who's spontaneous and ready to experience all that life has to actually offer, because it's so many things.
Sense of humor for sure. Intelligence. Someone who wants to learn and has a curious mind. And if I'm watching a movie with this person and something comes up in the movie, I'll say, hey, I don't know, what year did this happen? The person would say, I don't know this either. And then we'd say, we can look it up and we could find out. And then we could know.
Honesty and somebody that's like easygoing.
Would you rather only ever have sex in bed or only ever have sex outside of the bedroom?
Outside of the bedroom. I think beds, while great, don't have a lot of variety in like location, angle, that sort of thing.
Outside of the bedroom, yeah.
Ooh, I like outside the bedroom. Yeah, definitely.
More dating in the modern age right after this break. Stick around, honey. Welcome back to more dating in the modern age. Let's hope whoever Nicci chooses is as funny as whatever Alex is watching on TV. Let's recap The Bachelors. Derek likes to do the heavy lifting in and out of the bedroom. Nick always has a trick up his sleeve. And Tim's not afraid to dig up the past.
What are you most passionate about?
Preserving the natural world and learning about the history of different stories and different events and different animals that have come before.
I'm more passionate about like myself and developing myself as a person and being the best person that I could possibly be.
How are you going to love someone if you don't love yourself? Oh, my last relationship is a lot more clear now.
I'm most passionate about learning. Whenever there's something I wonder, I say, I can look this up.
What color best describes your personality?
Color describes my personality. Green.
I think pink because it's like, when I think of pink, I think of like sparkly confetti pink, you know? So it's like a burst of like light and fun and energy.
Green.
What do you consider your best attributes?
I really have the ability to talk to anyone about anything.
So I'm very kind-hearted. I'm very motivational.
I don't know. I don't get nervous. And I don't have a hard time like loving myself. I feel like that's a good one. And I love to learn.
What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
Skydiving twice.
I have bungee jumped, skydived, paraglided off of a mountain.
I don't know. That can't be right. I've done a lot of walking. I recently in Los Angeles, I walked 20 miles a day.
I went to a metal burlesque show on acid in Albuquerque once.
That walk and like all the places I've walked and all the exploring I've done is cumulative the most adventurous thing I've ever done.
What's your best pickup line?
Are you a triceratops? Because I'd love to dig you up.
Is it dry in here or is it just me?
I would first do a Tina Belcher gif that says, "Get ready for the charm bomb to explode." And then there was a gif of a loading gif, and then it said, "This is embarrassing. I seem to be all out of charm, but I'll get you sometime in the future. How's your day going, or how's your week going?"
Like most lines, that was too long.
I like to be natural, so it depends on the person or whatever feature I see. But if it were to be, I'll just use you for an example. I would look at you and say, you remind me of Rose from the Titanic. And I would freeze underwater just to keep you afloat.
If he said that, I think the conversation would sink.
How would your best friend describe you?
Kind, loyal, someone that they have a good time with, and yeah, just like someone fun to be around.
Eccentric.
My best friend would describe me as maybe a little too nice.
My best friend would say I'm definitely a lot of energy, always the loudest person in a room, outgoing, always up for a party, and always willing to meet new people.
What's your dream job?
Like a big Hollywood actor.
Something where I get to talk to people, something where I get to entertain people. I'd say being a magician would be great.
Guys always want to entertain, but never entertain the idea of making me their wife. All right.
If you could invite anyone dead or alive to dinner, who would it be?
Bob Marley.
There's a YouTube artist named Michael Stevens who hosts a documentary channel called Vsauce. I will watch all of his YouTube videos. That is the person I would invite to dinner.
There's a bunch of people I would choose, but I think the conversation would be most interesting if I chose Barnum Brown, the discoverer of T-Rex and Triceratops.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Probably I would move back to the Black Hills of South Dakota. I'd get myself a nice cabin there.
London. I love London.
Anywhere in the world, I would love to live in like Paris, France.
As long as they don't want to live with their mothers, that's fine with me. More dating in the modern age when we return. Welcome back to Dating in the Modern Age. So far, Nicci's been interviewing 3 hopeful bachelors to choose one to go on a date with her best friend Alex. I don't know if I'd let my best friend pick out a man, because her type is guys with face tattoos. Alright, let's recap the bachelors. Derek has dreams as big as the machines he operates. Nick is a YouTube magician who knows how to keep the spark alive. And last but not least, there's Tim, who loves to dig up the past.
What makes you laugh?
I love stand-up comedy. I love situational comedy. I laugh at pretty much everything.
What makes me laugh? I don't know. A good joke will make me laugh.
Funny jokes, slapstick humor, puns I'm really into.
Would you rather have sex when you're drunk or when you're high?
I don't smoke or use cannabis, so when I'm high isn't an option. I guess when I'm drunk, just because I don't smoke.
Drunk.
Hi.
Would you rather date a professional athlete or a famous musician?
A musician? Oh yeah, musician.
I would rather date a famous musician.
Famous musician for sure.
What are 3 words that describe you?
Confident, friendly, and very ambitious.
Fun, energetic, outgoing.
Sassy, empathetic, and fun-loving.
What are your thoughts on Derek?
I thought he was really outgoing. He's kind of a smooth talker. I think that's his thing, but I like that, like his friends say, he's very friendly and nice. That's nice.
Okay, T, what are your thoughts on Nick?
Nick is so outgoing and curious, and I mean, he's pretty cute, so I think he would be a good, I'd love Alex to go on a date with him. I think he would be fun.
We love to see it. Now, what are your thoughts on Tim?
He's super smart, he's a paleontologist. That's in super of interest, which is cool. He's a little young, but he's really outgoing, and I think she could have a good time with him. Nick, he's just a party. He's a bundle of energy, and I think they'll vibe really well together.
I'm definitely a lot of energy, always the loudest person in a room, outgoing, always up for a party.
Dating in the modern age is all about avoiding COVID, but not your feelings. Come back next week to see Nicci go on a date with Brendan and Alex go on a date with Nick. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. Do you disagree with Nicci? Well, honey, don't worry. You can go vote for your fan favorite with the link on the screen.